Okay, good afternoon, folks. Hope everyone is well. So I'm a few minutes late. I've just been on a phone call. I couldn't miss. So market is open now. I have taken a couple of trades this morning, but on just an evaluation. I picked up $250,000 evaluations last night. You can get resets for $50. So I picked up a couple. So I took one there. I took something on an NQ as well. So one of them is at 7,000 profit, just over 7,000 profit. So I'm trading that with my other accounts at 10 contracts, that one now. So, Jay, how you doing, buddy? Nice short day. Yeah, absolutely. I like that. Karina, good morning. Exponential. Jay, Friday, haven't filled the gap yet. No. And Jan, how you doing? I was going to have a chat with you, Jan, actually. For some reason, my strategies have disappeared. I was having problems with it freezing, so I did a few bits. I went into safe mode, and I think I might have to download it again, actually. So if you can't see it on here, that's probably why. But I'll manage for now. My NinjaTrader just kept freezing. Whenever I opened a new window, it just kept freezing up. So I kind of went through, I emailed support and went through going into safe mode, and I don't exactly know what I did. I just followed their directions, and so far it's okay. But yeah, the strategy thing, as you can see, has disappeared. So I'm gonna have to go back into get that in. Not sure how to do it off the top of my head. No, I'll have to have a look later. Play around with it later. So yeah, we had a break in. We had 2 legs down, but we had 2 attempts to push up. So I took that on an evaluation. So I just wanted a few of the 150,000 ones. There's a little bit more breathing space with those. And you can go for a few more contracts. It could be Eco Tools that did the freezing. You should update it. Eco Tools. Oh, here. How do I update it, bud? So I just go onto the website and does it? You might have to talk me through it later. Is it pretty straightforward, is it? So let's just put that there like that. Just download it and install it. It will replace the old one. Excellent. Okay, I'll do that after I finish today rather than doing it now. So we added a break, and we've had 1 leg down, 2 legs back, and a second leg down. So this looks like we have had a couple of legs down. So interesting to see what happens. Mind you, that does look like a shoulder, head and a shoulder, doesn't it? And using Pat's tool, you don't need Eco Tools. I suppose so. The thing I do like is these, though. I do like using these because I use those quite a bit, but that's okay. So apart from that, there's nothing I use really that I haven't got at the moment. I don't use that alarm thing yet. At some point I may. So let's, where is it? Let's just remove them. I think I'm okay without it. I think the main ones for me is this strategy thing, this quick open and the news. But I'll go into that later and sort that out later rather than do it now. So I need no trades yesterday. I need 1 profitable day out of the next 2. I did open a micro, a 1 tick micro. I think a couple of them won a couple of dollars, a couple of them lost, or a few of them lost $2. But I need just 1 profitable day out of the next 2, so I can take a payment then. So quick something as well to mention. I didn't know anything about this. I'm still not super clued up with Discord, but Dan, I just noticed there was a message up there, and Dan posted this was the last day in April. Mac may join the Discord server, so if you guys can keep off topic stuff during trading, blah 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 blah, any offensive language, not that there's anything on here really, so that'd be interesting to see if he pops in from time to time. It's a shame really he didn't have a little bit more of a connection with us. I'd love him to stream one day a month, even just, you know, just every other month, or just maybe just to sort of have a bit of a chit chat with people. It would be nice, that. So if he does show his face and does any comments, I will let you know. But when you're using Pat's toolbar, you don't. Okay, yeah, you have to pay. Yes, you do. That's the one side of it. You do, but you know, if he does mention any comments, Mac, I will mention it. I'll drag him in. I'll drag the comments in, but I haven't seen anything as yet. I'm assuming he's going to be under his same name, but be interesting to see if he does and what he says. Yeah, you do have to pay. It's why isn't that lighting up? It's sorry. It's I think it's $25. Yeah. It's okay. It was just a bit bright there. I was going to knock that down. That's better. So 1, 2, 3. Where is this thing going? So we got a channel there with what looks like a second entry long. Trouble is, we've broken above any possible liquidity here, so I'm just not really in the market for a long trade because there is support there. So I'd rather just stay out of any possible trade here, I think. I wouldn't mind trading just the evaluation. I think I can. Let me just see.
Order submitted. Order filled.
Yeah, I can. Oh, there's no
order filled.
No, I haven't dropped a setup in. Did I get there? Oh, quick couple of $300. Look at that, it's pushing up now. At the moment, on the 150 accounts, I traded. Well, I've actually got it set to the copy trade 10 contracts on the 150. I think anything more, sometimes you get a little move up and a pullback, and it can upset your system a little bit. So I think 5 or 10 I think is enough. I can't remember how many I did there, but so you can pick them up at the moment. See the 150,000 ones for $50 reset, which I don't think is too bad. So I picked up a couple of my blue one, and the other one is $1,600 off passing it. Brant, how many trades are you averaging a week right now? I feel like lately I haven't seen you take money. I haven't, to be fair, mate. A couple of days last week I took a trade after the stream. Later I came back for an hour, but yeah, I haven't. Yeah, and the fee's $130. Yeah, I haven't taken many, to be fair. I think since I'm getting payments, I'm probably getting super strict. But if I have a quick look last week, let's have a look. So Monday, yeah, 3 days last week, I just got between, let me think, last week, 142, 242, 300, and a one tick. I did $300 profit last week per account. I think a couple of those were, I think I did one on the stream and a couple of just $50, I think, just to qualify for a day. Took a one tick micro on Friday. I took no trade yesterday. Well, I took a one tick micro yesterday. So, but yeah, I'm not taking a lot at the moment. Just not seeing really great setups. It's just been hard going lately, to be fair. It's hard to know what's going on here. So we've got a channel with a break and a new high. There's a lower high there, so that may come back to the EMA, but I'm not sure whether I think this is going up or whether it may come back down. There is a second entry long off there. It is off support a bit, but we're too far from that EMA. So we got a break. Could be a leg up and a leg up. There's probably some shorts trapped there, but it's just too far from that EMA. There is a bull bar there which is triggered, so I'd expect that to at least get stopped out. But the trouble is, if we're going from here to here, we're kind of out the channel now, unless we're looking at maybe something like that. That wouldn't look, well, that would certainly look a bit better, but just not super convinced about this. I'd like that to drop down to that EMA. Just wondering if there's going to be a spike in a channel here. I want it to drop below that bar there. It has. So let's see how this pushes up. It's a bit wicky for me. If it ends up bullish, I may take it on the valuation. We'll see.
Order submitted.
Shush.
Order filled.
Okay, let's have a go at this, see if we can get something out of this. Excuse me just a second.
Stop filled.
Excuse me a second, just excuse me a second. Sorry about that. I don't know what the hell happened there. That dropped down so damn quick. Let me have a look. 5.7. Uh, got it shot down really quick, that did.
Order filled.
Leg and a leg. This looks like a second leg down.
Order filled.
That's a bit aggressive, that. Get out of this. It's a bit aggressive.
Target filled.
Can I get there? Okay, a bit. It's all right. I just had someone knock at the door with a parcel. Oh, it's so frustrating when I'm stop focusing. It's a big lower high there. This looks like it's coming down, but let's have a look. Shot down so quick, that did. It took out, I think it took a little bit more than I was expecting, I think, but oh well. What do the dogs say? Just someone knocked the door with a parcel. The dog sits down by the side of me here. He's sort of got separation anxiety, doesn't like to be away from me. So whenever the door knocks, they tend to bark like crazy. It frightens the living daylights out of me. Let's have a look. I'm going to take a trade here because I think this is, I'm going to risk this because I think I can't see it coming back much more, really. See if we can get something out of this. There's a bull bar there, see? So,
order
take
filled.
Another 5 there. I expect that to break below there.
Target filled.
Yeah, okay, that worked for quick $800. It's all right, I'm winging this a bit. How much do I need? 2,100. Let's have a look. I like that channel, I think. Dan's got it as well, I think. Yeah, he's got the same. He actually took the same trade there as well. So that's all good. So, leg and a leg. Let's put that there so I can see us. Let's have a little look. So I think there's a good chance this leg, this second leg, takes us down. Is that yesterday's lows, I think, isn't it? Yeah, yesterday's lows. So Shemi can't get a pullback, but I don't think we're going to. I think when it's on its way down, it's so yeah, it looks like well, lows of the day are a little bit lower than that. Let's just put a little mark there. There, fraction lower. So yesterday's lows. So whether we bounce here or push through it, who knows? But I like that channel. It's bouncing beautifully off that midline. You can see it bounce a little bit of a hole there. I thought the dog looked at the yes, it was telling me to get out of a trade. Yeah, he'll howl outside. If I go in the bathroom for a bath at night or a shower, he'll howl outside the door. Well, it's more like a crying howl. Trouble is, because I work from home and I'm always at home, I don't know, sometimes I have a bit of a connection with him, so he just tends to follow me everywhere. The trouble is, it's difficult to go away because we usually put him in a boarding kennels or something like that, but I don't think he could hack it. Even though he's not his own, we got 2 dogs, but yeah. My wife's the same. If I'm away for too long, she howls. Hey, Tony. Sorry, bud. I didn't see you there, mate. You resisted this snap thing. You're finally giving up a counter trend, are you? Mind you, you expect it to bounce at the bottom, don't you? But it doesn't always work that way. Just when you think, I mean, if you look here, we had a big bounce and it pushed up another bullish bar. If you decided to get in there, well, I don't know if it triggered you, but it started to pull straight back. But we've got that measured move down there from there, and yesterday's lows, which is that line there. So whether we get a bounce there, whether it becomes now or whether we pull back and push down a bit further.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Target filled.
So I just took a quick trade on the CL, that's all. Just on the evaluation, just for a quick $350, I think. I just took it there. I took it about here. There was a lower high then. For me, that was going to get stopped out. So 2 legs down. I just got in about here and it moved over and pushed up. I think I just got $300. All I was on about doing is putting it near that stop, because once that started to push up, after a correction down, it was going to pick that off all day of the week for me. So I just put a few $100. Okay, so we're up to the EMA. Let's see if we can get some sort of a second entry here or a second leg or a lower high or something. Let me just check everything is opening as
Order
it
submitted.
should. 4, 5, 6, 7. Excellent.
Order cancelled.
Got to say, after this push down, we bounced quite nice at this midline, so I'll be looking for a second entry short here, if we can get one. We've kind of had a leg down there, a couple of pushes up and broke the lows. We've had a leg down. Hopefully we get 2 pushes up and then get down to break the lows and maybe hit that measured move and possibly either break yesterday's lows or bounce off it or something. But we've had a break of this channel. We just need something a little bit more interesting. We want a bit of a pullback here. We had the same here. We had that leg down. We had a push up, but it pulled back quite a bit before it pushed up again. So hopefully. Okay, so let's just get an order. We got no news coming up. Let's just get an order
submitted.
up here ready. Channel down. 2 attempts to push higher.
Order cancelled.
Still not sure I trust a shallow downtrend if there's just a slow. I think part of the reason why I drew it is Dan's got it currently. I don't know if anybody else has got it. So Thomas hasn't. Someone else has. So there's some have, some haven't. I mean, the setup would have to look right, to be fair. I wouldn't just jump in willy-nilly. Okay, see if we can get a push below that EMA and maybe a lower high. It is 2 legs up. That's interesting. I have to say I'm tempted
Order filled.
to take that. This is on that evaluation. It is 2 legs up in a bearish bar. It's the risk. Oh, it's a chunky risk. It's a big risk.
Stop
It's
filled.
annoying. Oh well, that didn't work. Trying to break 2 pushes to a new high. See, these look like legs. It doesn't look like a channel up to me. I haven't. I'm not a fan of runners. I mean, the trade I'm taking on here is only an evaluation, so
Order
so I
filled.
go here. It's only an evaluation, so I'm not. So we can get a push up. We're back to the EMA. It's only an evaluation, so I'm trading them slightly aggressively. But I'm not a fan of runners, to be honest with you. I don't like them.
Order filled.
Just want to get above here. Actually, above there would be nice.
Stop filled.
Okay, there's a couple of thousand back. We're above the EMA anyway, so we tend to be bouncing. I'm guessing it'll. Okay, yeah, I was going to say, I'm guessing it'll take out that there. See how we react now. So we've got a break, attempted a new low, 2 legs up. See what happens. It is 2 legs up. Yeah, that's the trouble. See, if you're taking two or 3 points profit, when you move your stop loss to break even, you're 2 to 3 points away from price, so there's less chance of you getting stopped out. But 4 ticks away, so many of the time you're going to get stopped out. So, you know what I mean? That's kind of, you know, sometimes the market's got a habit of spiking and shooting in directions at the moment. That's what worries me about runners. But you know, if you're going for a, say, a 1 point scalp, the chance of price when it hits you coming back and it you stop. Whereas I go for 3 points, which is there's a lot less chance. You know, I put mine to break even. Price is up here now. Even if it pulls back a bit, it's still likely to keep my. So by going for less points on a scalp, especially a point, you know, the chances of your runner getting hit, I'd say 8 times out of 10, which is why I don't know. Perhaps it's just me, but I don't see, you know, used to see Thomas Wade take him so many times and it'd go for 8-10 points and he'd end up getting stopped out. It'd come back and get him. So I don't know. They're not for everyone, aren't they? Maybe in the future, but the trouble is at the moment, now I'm starting to earn a bit of money for it. I've had sort of 4 monthly money in a row. I think I'm probably getting a bit extra cautious, which is why, you know, Brant mentioning I'm not taking a lot of trades. I'm just being a bit extra cautious. I think I've gone from kind of one extreme to the other. You know, because I kind of want to keep this consistent payouts. But I think in time, as I start to relax, you know, I would like to go for more points. I'd like to hold, you know, because a lot of the time in circumstances, you can, you know, potentially do really well. Tempted to short this, but I'm going to leave it. Let's wait and see if it pushes a bit lower. It's only on this evaluation. I wouldn't take it. So let's have a look. I mean, maybe it's a break and 1, 2 pushes down to a new low. Maybe these just legs are a little bit bigger, so maybe it's not a channel. I tend to take certain things with a pinch of salt until I get a little bit more clarification. But I mean, it could be a channel. I mean, there may even be something larger going on there. There probably is. Let's have a look. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. I mean, we could still come down. We may just attack this area and then drop again. It's a possibility. It's a bit hard to say at the moment. It's not super clear. Be interesting to see whether we find some support up here. So there's, in fact, what I'm going to do is just put that there like that. So at least if there is a channel, probably expect a new extreme. It's testing VWAP up here, is it? Becoming less and less of a fan of that Apex website saying 80% off. Is it really? I might have had an email. It's about time. Sometimes they put it on there before they let you know. Ah, okay. Happy days. There you go, folks. 80% off for 2 weeks. Fantastic. That's good news. Super. Let's pop something on the screen, shall we? Brilliant. Super. Where are you? Oh, hello. Where is the damn thing gone? Disappeared. Let's try that again. There we go. 80% off. Fantastic. You blew some evals last week. I don't want to spend too much, so I am hitting the market with 10 contracts. 1 out. Yeah, I tend to have that 1 out of 3 to 4 ratio. What I find as well is they're easy to pass on the NQ. There's got to move a lot less of a distance on the NQ. So whether that helps you or not, I don't know, but I am starting to pick up a couple of extra 150,000 accounts. Okay, so we're bouncing here. Let's see where this goes. I kind of like the idea of trading 2 contracts with them. I think it's a $6,500 drawdown. $2,500 on the 50. I trade 1 contract. So with 5,000, I could trade 2 contracts. There's 6,500 on there, so there's a little bit extra. So I think you could comfortably trade 2 contracts on that. Possibly even 3 or 2. I don't know. I may have a go if I can pass one of them. I may have a go at 2, just on that one account, scalping 2 contracts and having one contract as a runner. But I don't think I can separate them all on. I don't think it'll work on Replicanto. I think you've got to trade them all the same. I don't know whether I could trade. I don't think you could have a runner on one and not all of them. We'll see anyway. Pix needs to collect. Yeah, not many people buy them when they're not 80% off. I don't blame them. I don't either. The only reason I had those couple last night is because I reset some. But I wouldn't pay anything more than 80%. Might let them stay at 50% for long. I'm hoping at some point they'll have a straight to funded. I know they talked about it once before. Whether it'll happen, I think that's the future. I do, which is not good for newer people, because you don't want to be paying money like that and getting into a funded account. If you're a newer trader, you want to be sticking with as cheap evals as you can afford. But when you can trade, I'm close. I don't think. I still have my little quirky moments where when I get new accounts, I take risks. I'm trying to stop that now. I'm trying to say I'm just going to trade them all together or none at all. Now, the ones I've got, all of my accounts are above 3,000 now. The lowest is 3,100. My highest is 4,200. So those I'm super protective of. But when I tend to get a new one, I have a habit of going for 2 or 4 contracts and trying to get a quick $600 or $800 boost. I've got to stop it because I'll get away with it maybe 3 times, and then the 4th time I'll end up losing the account, and I'm flogging a dead horse really. So I've just decided just to trade them all together. If a trade's not good enough, or it's too risky for me to want to trade just one of them, then I'm not going to take it. Let's have a little zoom out here. There is support here where we had a bounce, so it'd be interesting to see how much further this goes up. You can see that there. Whether it'll make any difference. I've gone from here to this next swing. It fits okay. I can't see anywhere where it would have had a break. So I'm happy with the channel. Okay, we're definitely finding some support here. No argument there. 1, 2. We got 5 bars, struggling to get above that. Now whether it manages or what. Who knows? Yeah, I thought it was about time. Ah, yeah. I've just got it. Just come through. Let's have a look. Special price for the 150. They're all $29. That's interesting. 130 across the board. So that's not too bad, actually. So if I pass this one, you can do a 150 account for $29 or $29.70 and only pay 130. Now, they're obviously tricky to pass. I'd like to have some of them, actually. I've never really bothered so much, but I like the idea of trading a few more contracts and trying to grow maybe a little bit faster. It'd be nice to sort of have 10 50s and 10 150s. But yeah, special price, the 150, 250 and 300 are all the same. All the evals are the same price. Doesn't really make much sense. $297, 80% off that would be 50, 59. That doesn't sound right. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, okay. The 150 are $33. Oh no, tell a lie. Sorry, my mistake. That's the 50. Let's try it again. Ah, no, they're 59. Okay, scrub that idea. I'm not paying that. Managed to get a 300k the other week, like 700 passing. I lost it. Yeah, I know. I can't tell you how many times I've done that, but frustrates the hell out of me. It's weird, isn't it? You get it within a little bit and you still feel you got to go max contracts and get it quicker. I know, yeah, I can't tell you how many times I've done that. That's the one thing I've never tried, actually. I've done a couple of the 250s, but I've never tried the 300. I mean, you got to get 330. Is it $20,000 profit? It's a fair old chunk of profit to get those. See, there is a lower high here, but I can't see a break out of that channel. We go to that, we push up, we go sideways. That's that first swing. So I'm quite happy to say that is within the channel. Then that must be, the tops fit nice. So this is a break. Trouble is, it may be a break out of this as well. I mean, if we got a good second entry, I think that would certainly be worth taking. It's got to get down here though, isn't it, really? Fat. I'm going to bin that because if this is a channel, if this is a range, that's the top of it, isn't it? So there is a second entry long, but it's too far from that EMA. That may not make a difference, but it's too risky. Yeah, I'll be amazed if that doesn't get stopped out. There we go. So we need to get back to the EMA, really, I think. Hey, Speedy. Sorry, mate, I didn't see you there, but 6 to 7,000 for withdrawals. Yeah. See, the trouble is usually when I get to $2,600, as of this year, I've taken a payment of $500, and obviously a little bit more. I've taken a bit more. Trouble is, it keeps chipping you down to that $2,100 then. So if you happen to have a couple of losses in a row, that can have a bit of dent. That can knock potentially 25% of it off. So, you know, I think ideally I'd like to have, I'm trying to build up to 20 accounts again. And if I can use 10 accounts to try and take a bit out every month and let the other 10 grow, you know, ideally I'd love to get each account up to $10,000, and then just at the end of every month aim to take whatever I can get on top of that, or, you know, $2,000 off each, or obviously. But if you got $10,000 in each account, you'll have a little bit more confidence in holding a trade rather than like me. As soon as I get into it, I start panicking and want to get out of it. Okay, so we've got a little channel here. Depending how you look at this, you may call that a micro with a little break and a new low. And it did push up. You can't take that, in my opinion. It's just too far from that EMA. Triple test. Yeah, possibly. The trouble is, it's just too far from that EMA, so you just never quite know. You don't know whether you're going to get a leg and another leg. It looks like it may be coming down there. Yeah, I mean, you'd have got enough points out of that. What did it go up? So 3.5. So you'd have got 3.25 points out of it. But that was my concern. We get a second leg down. It's a fair sized channel, and to have a small break and push up, I'd expect something a little bit more. Well, a couple of more legs, really. You know, somewhere along those lines, leg and a leg. Yeah, see, this to me, I wouldn't necessarily call this a bounce. It's just a crossover and a push. I wouldn't consider that a bounce. We've come down. We may have done. Would I consider that? Would I say it was a triple test? Probably not. I mean, we are clearly holding here, aren't we? But I prefer more that and that. It hasn't gone for a potential triple test. It just hasn't gone that. It hasn't gone that far. I mean, it may hold. We've triggered that bearish bar, so if it can get across that, above that bearish bar, it may have a little momentum. It looks like it might.
Order filled.
Buy here a bit and see if I can't get a bit of a push above here. I like the way we've triggered that bearish bar, the lower high there. So if we can get a push above here, we may at this level here. Not super wrapped with it though, all of a sudden. Could be two legs up, we'll see. struggling a little bit for me.
Target
There
filled.
we go. That's what I wanted. How far off am I? 7,000. Okay, so it was worth holding a bit there. Yeah, I didn't take it as the triple test. I don't know. My concern was we get a second leg back. It just didn't look very convincing to me. It did work and it held, so perhaps, perhaps it's okay. There's the second entry, so it's not really a second entry, but yeah, you may argue it's a triple test. It depends. We all, sometimes we see things ever so slightly different, so sometimes it's a bit harder to judge. Does it look any better on here? Let's have a look. So, yeah, maybe it is. I think the reason I jumped in there is because that bearish bar there triggered and started to move up. So my gut feeling it was going to break above there. If it did that, it would probably break above there, and it did with a little bit of vigor. So it was worth a quick $1,000 on me, or $800, whatever it was on me eval. So break, 2 pushes up to a new high. Is this likely to come down, is it?
Order filled.
Break, 2 pushes. I'd expect this to come back to the EMA. So break, 2 pushes to a new high, bearish bar. We'll see.
Order filled.
Come on.
Target filled.
Okay, that's another $1,000s or so. So I'm $900 off it now. So now I've got to be careful. There's no point in blowing it now. We've got a channel with a break, 2 pushes to a new high, bearish bar. Usually it's coming back to the EMA. Now I wouldn't take that on an evaluate on my PA account. That's more of a gut feeling trade. But gut feeling trades I take sometimes when well, I don't know. I mean, it's a channel up. You can clearly see it's 2 pushes to a new high. I'd expect that to come back to the EMA. People are taking profits up there. So, hey Sam, how you doing? Only on an evaluation, bud. It's just it's 150,000 evaluation. I'm about $850 off it. So yeah, I'm only trading it on the eval. My normal account, so I'm a coward. I'm trading 1 contract. Yeah, I'm not brave enough to trade 10 contracts, mate. Not no. Only on the 150 account. So I'm about 850 away. 8,153. So I've got to be careful now. Let's make a course to do evils. I trade evals carelessly. I know you think I'm some sort of guru, but I'm not really. I trade them carelessly. That's why I've done over 900 of them. I would say for every 4 I take, I pass 1. Something like that. 3 to 4. Something like that. $61 Feb for that move down, is it really? Second entry long. There is a lower high there, isn't there? But it's above the EMA. Is this going to come back down? It could do.
Order
to
filled.
short this. How much do I need to get to those lows? Let's have a look. I need $900. That's not it there, is it? 850. So that would be there. Let's put that there. $1,000 risk. What do I need? 850. That would take it down to there. I may put that there. Now that may be a triple test, see? Just wondering, maybe we have a channel down here or something like that. Trouble is, I do this, I get some trades and then I go a bit silly and end up blowing some. If that can push down below here, there's going to be a load of liquidity there. It's sideways there, so I'd expect that to get taken out. If it breaks below there, it should hit that profit. That would pass that. And there's a leg down, so I'd like to see a second leg down. So fingers crossed, it may work. A leg and a leg should get down to there. There'll be liquidity here for, I'd say absolutely. Come on, drop. Leg and a leg, that would take me down to there. I'd like to pass one of those. I'm tempted to stick
Order
another
filled.
one in and then just put it there. I don't need to get as far then. What do I need? 850. So I need to get to there. Come on, drop. Liquidity here, you'd think that would push down and get it. Don't come back and get me now, will you? Leg and a leg. Come on. Trouble is, it's this looking like a triple test on this side. Bounce, bounce, bounce. I might be eating, I might get egg on my face here. Come on, 2 points. Trouble is, it's holding above that EMA at the moment. A leg and a leg. Come on, get down. Don't you dare. Damn. Damn it. It's going to take me out this. Ah, oh, you idiot.
Target filled. Order submitted.
Well, shit or bust. That looks like a triple test. Come on, push up. Come on, push above there. Yeah, it's only under one eval. It's not. If we can get above there, we should hit
Target
that target.
filled.
Yeah. Okay. So, okay. So I'm at 8,000. Some still like that's not too bad. That's not too bad. I'm still at 8,000. $70 under 8,000 profit. So I'm still only 1,000 away. Look like it almost looks, that looks more like a triple test than that does. So is this going to push up for more? I think it may do. Yeah, it's only eval. It's only an eval. Don't panic. I haven't traded on my normal account. It's only an eval. Right, let's concentrate on what I'm doing here. Yeah, that looks more like a triple test. Bounce, bounce, 2 legs down and a push up. So it is looking like it's pushing up. We got a break, 1, 2 pushes. It's hard to say because you could say we got a break with 2 pushes to a new high. I was looking at that initial push to a new high and then back to the EMA. These are British Special Forces. So what is going on here? Well, I don't just say it does look like it's going up, but that's just a guess, really. So channel with a break, 1, 2 pushes up to a new high. So there we go. So there's Mac's chart. So he's got that same as us. He's got that channel there. So yeah, nothing. He's got a little bit further up, but yeah, nothing special. Just the same as what we got, really. That moves up there. So we still got that gap up there, haven't we? So I was surprised it did not sweep the 5-6 area down there. Yeah, me too. It may do now. Maybe you call that 1-2, and that was a bounce. It wasn't a very convincing bullish bar, though. It is actually a second entry, but it's a crap bar. Well, it is on my chart, but this does look like it's going to sweep past this, doesn't it? So channel break, 2 legs up to a new high. Usually before it continues on, it does sweep liquidity, doesn't it? That's if it does move on. Continue up. I'm not sure it's going to, actually. The way we've had 2 pushes up like that.
Order filled.
Take a short here. Just to below there. What do I need? $1,000.
Order filled.
Come on, push down. There's going to be liquidity all the way along here. Come on, don't let me down now. Come on, you've got to come down. Don't you bloody well dare. I'll be amazed if it doesn't take this liquidity out here. Come on. You know you want to. There's a bunch of liquidity. They're not strong positions. We got a leg down. We're bound to get another leg down. Little Hammer, how you doing, buddy? Struggling to get up. If you're going to buy this market, if you are, you're going to be buying down here, aren't you, surely? That's okay. Let's trigger that bull bar, touch the EMA and come down. Oh, this could be a long day. I can't see this going up much higher. I really can't. Leg down with a break. Come on, give me my push. First timer here. Ah, you're welcome. How you doing? Whatever I do the complete opposite. You won't go far wrong. Oh, I'm only kidding. I'm hoping we get a leg down with a break, a quick flush down. It's only one evaluation here. I'm not trading my normal accounts. I'm just getting concerned now. Okay, so we've got a bullish bar here with hopefully a bearish bar finished. You're in the right place. Got a leg down. There's a bullish bar here which is triggered, which is a good sign. Oh, dear me. Yeah, you're not wrong. Well, I'm reading this market wrong, that's for certain. Two legs up. Come on, drop for me. Come on. So I'm hoping leg and a leg clear out all this liquidity. Doesn't to me look like it's in a bigger channel. It looks, if anything, like it's sideways. So I'm hoping we get a second leg down. If this finishes bearish below the EMA, fingers crossed. Yeah, it's just one evaluation, that's all. I've got my PA counts on here. It's only one evaluation. It's just one 150,000 evaluation, that's all that's failing miserably at the moment. Just need it to break below here. It should do. See, if I put it there, count's blown anyway, so... Looks like a shoulder, head, shoulder. Come on, flush down. If it can get below this bar here or this bar here, it should have enough legs to go. That's if it can. It's not looking so good now, though. Tempted to get out of this, I think. Just looks more like a range. That's frustrating. I'm just going to leave it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Or shall I just get out of it? It's getting a bit late now. Trouble is. No, it ain't going to work, is it? Oh, that's a shame. I was about $1,000 away. Oh well. I say you just don't ever seem to get any type of luck with evaluations. Sometimes when you're trading aggressively, just never goes in your direction. The only hope I've got is if that closes really bearish. It is a second entry short. Come on, trigger.
Order filled.
Ah, God, that's so frustrating. You just never get any luck with them things. Ah, that's it. I ain't doing another one of them. Now it'll turn, you watch. Just looked like it was going to flush down with this leg down with a break. It looks rangy, see, doesn't it? No, I haven't. I just failed it. That one failed. Oh, well. They are harder to pass, those 150s, aren't they? I got to say. Yeah, you watch, look. Now it'll drop down. Look at that, a tick away. See, after the break, we'd already made 2 pushes to a new high. So when we came down, I thought this was going to come down and clear this, sweep this area. Another tick or two, and I'd still be in this trade. That's frustrating. I literally got taken out right at those highs there. It's looking like it's going to work as well. Anyone long? Not yet. They got a break. If you can get a new low down here and a bullish bar off here, I'd have a go at that. I mean, even if we have a break, we have 2 pushes up. We've had 1, 2, 3. That will be a triple test. Uh, does look like a bull flag, doesn't it? Okay, excuse me, just 1 minute. I'm just going to take a quick bathroom break. Yeah, you can't take him here really, can you? It may work, but it may trigger you. I mean, whether we are slowly working up, but yeah, the only place I'll take one is if it ideally breaks below some of that. It's just too risky taking that 2/3 of the way up to the range. I mean, it doesn't mean it won't work, but super risky, isn't it? I will say that one just never got to the bottom and this one didn't, but you can only really take them off the bottom, can't you? Safely. Yeah, it does. Trouble is, there's so much liquidity around here, not so much at the top. Trouble is, it's just because it's stuck in this range, the only safe places to trade them really are off the bottom and at the top. I took a trade something similar to this the other week, and it triggered me and stung me. It's just so damn slow, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, there possibly is. It may hold. We didn't get to the bottom there. So, yeah, I mean, there may well be something like that. Trouble is, you know, it's a case of it could be, probably, but it's struggling to get up, and that's what concerns me. You know, it goes up and up and up, and you jump in, all of a sudden it comes down, flushes below here, and bounces off here. So yeah, I mean, there could be something like that. But I wouldn't really want to go along because there's not that much space up there really. If you're getting a tick above there, I mean, right to the very highs, you got 3 points and you'd have to push through. So it may work. You know, it is looking like it's slowly working. I mean, it'll only go so far if it can't get down, which, let's face it, it's struggled to get down. The only kind of we either go sideways or up, but the last couple of times we're pushing down, it does seem to be creeping up. So my gut feeling is it's probably going to start to do that, but I wouldn't trade based on that. I need a little bit more clarification really, because you never know whether this is just going to hit this level up here and then drop. I'm super strict with my, yeah, Thomas Wade's got some sort of a slightly bigger channel up. He's definitely, this kind of definitely a, you know, but I mean, it's just as much sideways. So it's one of those ones where it could all of a sudden just decide to drop. Absolutely. There's not a lot at the top, really, is there? I can't see how that would be an attractive place to sell. That place, I don't know, maybe. But yeah, think how much liquidity is sat below there. I mean, if this thing drops down here, you can see it just tanking, can't you, for half a dozen points? But I suppose the more liquidity there is there, I mean, you think the stronger it would be. The more times it tries to bounce something, if it just can't get through, the path of least resistance is up. So perhaps that's where we go. What I will say is the fact that we're right at the bottom here, we didn't hit that line there. Every other time we came down, we did. We didn't hit the line, and then when we pushed up, we did come back. And it does look like it's, well, there you go. There's the answer. So it is a bull flag. Was. So I think it's likely that's going to continue, isn't it? Yeah. No, we haven't got to Fridays. Oh, yeah, tell a lie, we have. Not a mistake. Okay, I'm going to take a quick 5-minute break, make a cup of tea. I'm getting a bit thirsty now. And I'll be back 3 to 5 minutes. Okay. How are we doing? Okay, there is a possible second entry long there. Still quite a bit off here, aren't we? That's the trouble. Hey, Daryl, how you doing, buddy? Big bar, there's just no room left. As tempting as it is, there's barely 2.5 points to the tops. This is a channel, there's a big space down here. I just couldn't bring myself to do it. I mean, we may go like that, you just don't know, do you? There's not enough points for my 3 points there. If I got a tick above it, well, it would have worked. You took it. It's just a little bit. I don't know. I'm not a massive fan of how things are. Well, you say a bear trap. That bear bar really needed to be above this to take shorts in, but I don't know. It was just, I don't like where it was. It was too close to the tops for me. As I say, I go for 3 points and there wasn't enough room to the top. 2.5 points it would have to tick through. Now, the fact is, it did work. I trading channel. Yeah. There just wasn't enough space to the tops for me, unfortunately. You got a range. Yeah, I'm just looking on the Discord. More people now have got kind of a channel up. He's got a channel up. Nice. Oh, I've just had a $900 payment approved. That's good news. Has it come out yet? Good, so at least I've got something for this month. What account is that? 74, isn't it? Let me just, oh, what's missing? The score. I'm just going to close and open my Rhythmic. Put a sale on because of me. I needed the money. I'm just going to open and close it. I just want to make sure it clears before I There you go. Your request for PA $900 has been approved on the 6th of May. So at least I got something now. Yeah, the money's come out as well, so that's good. So May payout. Let's have a look. No, that one I think. Yeah. So finally got some green on the board. ATM. So hopefully, if I can get one more profitable day, I should. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I should be able to get about another 6,500 thereabouts. Depends what I get in my next win. So if I'd have got a tick above there, yeah, I still would have got my profit. Trouble is, there wasn't enough room. There's always really got to be enough room to the highs. So if I'd have gotten a tick above there, it wouldn't have hit my... there wouldn't have been enough space. It's got to push through to 225. And we are kind of respecting this channel, so it would be risky for me to do that with such a big bar as well. It's 5 points. And I don't want to risk $250 per account when I haven't really got enough space to the top. But that's okay. I don't mind. Yeah, you know, Brant's right in what he says. I haven't taken many trades. I am super cautious, and I think I'm probably over cautious. But I'm keeping that in mind. But in all fairness, today, I really haven't seen anything that's really got me interested. Apart from that one, which I took on an evaluation, but I don't know, push up. Maybe they're going along there. I don't know. We kind of got two little bounces. I think because I'm starting to get some payments, I just want to keep it that way, and I just want to make sure that you know what it's like. Sometimes you go a bit overcautious. I think it's better to err on the side of overcautious than kind of to be on the shoes on the other foot type thing. Trouble is, I've got that now. Let me just have a look at Dan's channel and see if Dan's given us anything as yet. Daily chart update. Yeah, it's funny you should say that. I just mentioned that trade there. Dan did take that actually. It is a second entry short. It is actually it's not a bad looking one either. It's a new low from there, so I just need to pick up on these, that's all. But there we go. We'll see. So, is that a small overshoot? Is this channel? I mean, how is this channel? How is it fitting? How is it moving? I'm not sure at the moment. It's a bit finicky, I think. Marco took a short there. I'm surprised he took a short there. Dan didn't take the fairly because it was congested. Looking like. What fairly you on about? You on about down here? That one there? I'm sure he took it. Have a look. Yeah, he did well. He's marked it. I don't know whether he took it or not, but he's marked it. That's it there. Unless he marked it but didn't say nothing. I don't know. So that one he's marked. Yeah, I mean, I don't read all the comments. He may have marked it but not took it. Well, I don't know, to be fair, either or. He marked it, didn't. Ah, okay, gotcha. What did he say? It was congested. Yeah, I mean, it's clearly congested. You can't argue about that, can you? He is good at filtering trades down. He's good at filtering the crap. So he only goes for 6 ticks. It's half the amount I go for. So there's always that little bit of market's behaving in a way your channel fits better. Yeah, I just don't like this now. There's a bit of an overshoot there, but I don't know. It's sideways, but I mean, if you take that away, is it a range with a fail breakout? It's not super clear, really, is it? I think I've got that. Well, put it this way, Marco's got it as well. He took that lower high there, and I'm surprised because he hasn't marked it as an overshoot. But there you go. But I think another guy's got it like that, but he's got it as an overshoot. He's got it slightly different. Same again there. So it's not super clear at the moment. Thomas has got it that way. Yeah, it's a little bit unclear, isn't it? It's messing around a bit. That's the trouble. And when it's doing this, you never quite know what it's going to do, and that's what makes me nervous. Yeah, an overshoot. Now, that may mean we get something here. Now, what I will say is there is a ton of liquidity there, but that may be a good thing. If there's lots of stops in here, if there's lots of trades stops holding here for this second push up, that makes it kind of safer in a way, or does it? You know what I mean? That's the key. And taking trades, the other side of this is a little bit more advanced for me. Now, overshoots can do a bunch of things, as we know. Sometimes we'll get a small break the opposite side and it'll carry on. Other times we'll get a steeper correction. Other times the thing will just reverse. I traded 5 contracts, MES1 or a 8-tick target. I made more doing than 1 contract. Yeah, there's a lot to be said for trading micros. They are a lot. You can adjust. Well, I mean, excuse the pun, but you can micro adjust them, can't you? 1 contract, you're stuck with 1 contract or 2 contracts. But obviously, micros break down into 10. So, you can trade, 4 contracts, scalp 3. 1 runner. You can trade 8 contracts, scalp 6, trade. There is so much more you could do, so they are more versatile. I've just found that runners have just never interested me in the slightest. And I think partly because the market overlaps itself so much. What I will say is if I take a trade and I hit profit, I can guarantee I get every penny from every contract if I actually scalp for the full points, but I go for 3 points anyway, whereas someone like Dan who does go for runners scalps for 6 ticks. So pound for pound, do I earn more money than Dan? Because maybe 70% of his trades won't hit the runner, but looking at his trades, he's very good at picking solid trades, and a lot of the trades he takes do push up well. So he's particularly good at catching really good entries. I try and look at a lot of his entries, but what he does as well is he keeps his channel like that. So sometimes these breaks look a lot more interesting. they look a lot stronger. Whether that's just how he does it, but all of a sudden when we got that now with those two pushes there, it looks a bit clearer. So he kind of has his like that. Whereas if you look at Wilson kind of has his like that. It shows less direction when you do drag it out. Obviously, you can see those sweeping moves then. So we've got a channel there with a break and we've got a new low. So maybe a higher low above that EMA. If we can get a second entry short to trigger and then maybe a higher low. I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, it's just not super clear today, really, is it? Yeah, you take it easy, Jan. Yeah, is it more rangy or is it more of a channel with an overshoot? In which case we may get one the same size, the same kind of size this side, slightly bigger, but it's not. I wouldn't consider that a correction. It's just a move down and a breakout here. But we know there's a lot of. I mean, there's bound to be traders buying this area and having stops down here, which kind of tends to make it a little. In fact, let's have a look on bookmap. Tends to make that area a little bit stronger. Let's have a look on bookmap, see if we can see. It's the yes, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, see, there's a lot of orders. There's a lot of set orders at 650 here. So, no, this thing could come down. VWAP's at 635, which is down here. So we could get a second leg down. Who knows? Now, with this, it looks to me like traders will have taken profits because there's not much liquidity below there. So if we pick the lowest part, let's call it around about here somewhere. So let's say 640. There's not much in the way of liquidity. You can see the picture's very dark. Obviously, the darker colour, the more liquidity. You can see bigger sell orders there at 650, which could send this down for a second leg. But 40, where I expected a lot of liquidity, there isn't much. It's very dark there, so I wouldn't be surprised if we have a second leg down here. Now, I'm not an expert in reading book maps, so don't take my word for it. You won't see stops at, but do you not? No, I don't suppose you will you? Because the buy orders have been executed. It's only passive orders, isn't it? That's a good point, actually. Okay, so there is passive orders at 650, so passive sell orders there. Of course, yeah, you won't see stops, will you? You'll see orders, not stops. That's right, isn't it? See, that's what I mean. I don't fully know how to use this thing, but does kind of look like this is may clear some of this out. We're not far off it now. So that's the lowest part there. So maybe it's a channel, maybe that is a correction, and maybe this is going to continue up. Trouble is, it's still very choppy. Looks like it, doesn't it? If we can get below this line here, that'll start it there. That's kind of what I was hoping here, and it market other ideas. We've had one leg down, second leg down. Yeah, there we go. That's what I was kind of looking for here. Yeah, see, Dan has got that like that. And he's got that up there. It's fitting the midline, actually it is, isn't it? Let's clear this up a bit. So Dan's got that like that. So leg and a leg. Can't see this going down much further. There'll be no need. It's a higher low here. Very tempting, that.
Order
13 ticks.
submitted.
Just want to get out of the EMA though. I'd just rather get a bit of profit. Channel break, new low, high, low. Come on. Damn.
Order filled.
Till I get to 16 down. Well. Channel break, new low, higher low. That's a shame. I like that. Especially as we cleared all that liquidity out as well. God, so hard trading at the moment. It seems so bloody impossible. Took me out for one tick. Sometimes I give it an extra tick. I wish I had done then. Look. It's so bloody slow, isn't it? It's boring the arse off me. It is frustrating. It took me out for a tick and ended up doing what I expected it to do. God, that's so annoying. Yeah, you may be wrong. Thank you, mate. I appreciate that. Mute? No, I'm not muted. Must be you, Karina. See if that is an overshoot. May reverse. And there is a fail second entry short there. Clearly holding here.
Order submitted.
Nah, it's just not super
Order
clear,
cancelled.
is it? You're bound to get some shorts trapped there, so you're probably going to have a stop there, probably some stops there, but it's just, I don't know, it's just finicky at the moment. It's just not super clear and clearly chop. I mean, it's definitely holding along there anyway. So that's the one positive thing, but this thing just doesn't look like it's going anywhere. Woof. What the hell's caused that then? It's very tempted to buy there. So there's a higher low here.
Order submitted. Order filled.
Excellent. That worked beautifully. Back bloody time. So we had a bunch of bounces there. Nice higher low. Short strap there. Short strap there. Oh, really? At least that worked nice anyway. So I'm back within $20, I think. That's good news anyway. So strong push off the bottom, and this is pushing up to the tops. I was very tempted to take that, but I'm just super cautious at the moment. So I was thinking about did it close? Yeah, we had a strong move up there, which I think was good. We had a channel down with a break, 2 pushes to a new low. We had a strong move up. There was, if you think about it, 1, 2, 3. You can even argue there's a triple test short there, but when we triggered it and pushed up there, for me, we were going to break above there and break above there. And obviously that would give us, well, there was a 0.75 anyway, but it was struggling to get down, this was. We're obviously finding support. I mean, that's pushed up lovely, isn't it? Oh, look at that. Trump's obviously said something positive. I wish I'd have L there. I mean, it shot up 5, 10, 15, 18 points. So that would have been nice. So that was a higher low. So was that one. Beautiful, that. Look at that. Finally, we're above all this lot. So that, but if I'd have held on there, trouble is you never know what's going to happen, do you? Oh, look at that, 20 odd points. Oh, I could have done with that. Oh, even if we can get up to here somewhere, 20 points, oh, $1,000, that would have been nice per account. So, we're nearly at the highs of the day. We've got, where's that gap? Oh, the gap's filled. Is the gap filled? No. There's the gap. Yeah, it hasn't. It hasn't been filled. It hasn't been filled, has it? Oh, that. We didn't. We touched it, but we've still got that from there to there. we've closed it a touch. It's not filled. Look. Or is it me? Am I missing something? That's where it gapped down and we didn't get into it. We only touched into it. So it's up there. $1,000 winner. Wouldn't that be nice? Even a blind squirrel finds an egg. I think I've got it, haven't I? Oh. I thought I had it. No. I used to set them. See if I double click on this. I used to have one, yesterday's highs and lows. I used to set it before I traded. I don't know why I didn't stop. To be fair, I usually just have a quick look. But you can see that there anyway. I mean, literally, it comes up and touches where that gap is. Dotted lines. I've got current overnight highs, current open, and current lows of the current day, but not yesterday's. Or is there? No, that carries on. I just put that there earlier because we look like we may be sort of, you know, taking a trip down there. So, channel up, there may have been an overshoot and then a couple of legs back. Yeah, it's a bit of an odd day today. It's not making much sense. Now, there's a possibility of a larger channel there. Now, whether it's right or not, I don't know. But the fact is that we're, from the lows of the day, we got that first swing and we got a bounce in, a bounce in. We kind of go sideways and we push off there strong. Now, whether that was to do with Trump or the fact that we kind of hit this line and at the bottom of the range, I don't know. But it tended to take off there. So we've got a channel with a break and a new low. So let's see if this holds and starts to move up. Whether it is or not, I don't know. I've got it there just out of curiosity. The I am guy. The I am guy. I know what you mean. I am trading. Joe, isn't it? Joe, his name is, yeah. He's not take. I usually have a quick look and find out what he's done at the end of the day. He doesn't take a lot either. I only see him taking a few trades a week, something like that. Yeah, Joe, he's all right, actually, is. He's kind of, yeah, he doesn't take a lot of trades. Yeah, I don't know what he's done today. I usually have a look. I usually have a look at everyone in the evening just to find out what they've done. Wow, look at that. Did I look yesterday? I don't think he took a trade yesterday either, did he? I don't think. I can't remember now. It's quite hard to read this, is to be honest with you today. We have had more or less, I mean, it could be a range day. He's very calm. Lulls you to sleep. Yeah, he has got that very calm nature, hasn't he? Yeah, he has. I think doesn't he hold as well sometimes. He kind of trades how I started when I started streaming. I didn't used to have a take profit. Well, I did. I just dragged it up and just tried to squeeze as much as I could out of it. I haven't got the nerve to do that now. I'd like to. Trouble is, if it doesn't go against you and stops you out when you could have got your 3 points, that makes me a bit frustrated. So, I don't know. I'd like to trade a little bit more like that. I'd like to have the confidence just to be able to go for more and just try. The trouble is, you trade in these smaller time frames, especially this, it tends to overlap itself so much. You know, even if you buy down here and you push up and you try and hold for a bigger move and it comes down and stops you out for a tick or two and ends up working up. So, do you know the strategy smart money? I have heard of it. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what it is. I have heard of it. Is it smart money concepts or something like that? It's no confidence in another strategy. It's what he does. Smart money. I have come across it before, and now you've mentioned it again. I will take a quick screenshot and I'll look at that later. Is it Smart Money Concepts or something? I mean, there's ICT Concepts. That's another one, isn't it? Got to say, this is not the easiest to trade in day. It's hard to trade this stuff, to be honest with you. But fortunately, off that bounce, let me just put that there. Yeah, what I like about that trade is we've bounced multiple times here. We've had a channel with a break, 2 pushes to a new low. We had a quick, strong move up and a higher low, which we don't often get, and the thing rocketed. So how much of that to do with? But what I will say is you're going to have stops right the way along there, and it just took off. But that one was just a bit too high, but it did clear any liquidity there. So in a lot of cases, it does that before it does continue up. So how much of that was just buying off the bottom and how much of it was Trump? Who knows? I would like to swing trade a little bit more. It must be a lot less stressful than scalping. I've got to say, scalping can be flipping stressful at times. It's so hard to trade today. It's hard to know exactly what's going on. Large risk reward trades, not great for trading draw. Yeah, I mean, my accounts at the moment, they're all over the 26. In fact, they're all over 3,000. So my trading draw, well, my drawdown isn't moving now. It stops at 2,100. So I've kind of, I don't need to worry about that anymore. But yeah, you've kind of got to trade, depending on how you trade, you've kind of got to trade slightly different with Apex until you get to that level. You're doing a lot of trading off stream, I guess. Not much. Last week I took 2 trades off. I took 1 trade on stream, I think, and took 2 off stream. But sometimes I'll go and have my tea and come back for an hour and I'll just sit calm and try to be. I didn't used to like trading off stream because I found I took too many risks, but I just make a point of just sitting and relaxing, and I don't take a trade unless I see. I did actually mention the other day I took a photo. Have I still got it, of the trade I took? It was an absolute perler. Can't remember what I'd done with it. If I do take something, I did take a photo of it. Let me have a look. Can't see it. It was one of those trades everyone took. Those were good shorts. Yeah, I took. I can't remember when I took 2, one after another. To be honest with you, I don't think you see a lot of great setups anymore. Certainly not lately. It's. I don't know. I don't want to say it's worrying, but profit factor is 50% when you win. You make a lot more. Yeah. I mean, you obviously go for smaller amounts, don't you? But yeah, when you win, I would like to do a bit of swing trading. Just you know, maybe at the same time go for something. The trouble is with this style of trading, it's very stressful. You're kind of live in the moment. You don't really have time to think. You got to make really quick decisions, and it's very easy to make the wrong one. Obviously, you get better at it over time. So this looks like it's coming down. Trouble is, how far is it going to go? We've had this as support since, well, that was about what? Since 20 past 3 for 2 hours. That level there has been support for over 2 hours. So I wouldn't feel comfortable in shorting it. In fact, I wouldn't have a clue what to do here, to be honest with you. I don't know whether this thing's going to start to come down. If you think about it, I mean, it could just be kind of a range day, really. We've had kind of 2 legs up. This now could be coming down, but it might bounce here and go up. I got no idea. It's really hard to read today. It's hard to take all this stuff. It's just literally chopping around. It's so hard to read. You get days like this. And we had a day last week. It was constant. It was going leg, 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 leg. It was perfect. Just not a lot of setups. Trouble is, we may get a second entry here, but would you want to go short into all that? It's struggled to get below there for the last 2 hours. See how everybody else is doing. How's Nutty doing? I've never seen yellow before on Nutty's chart. Nutty's having a blinding day, isn't he? He's having a good day, I think Nutty is. An Alpine trading, is he? Bart, how's he done? He's about even, I think. He's up a bit and down a bit. He's another nice guy, Bart is. He's been trading a long time. He's purely a numbers guy. He just goes for the numbers. He doesn't worry about losing trades. I wish I had more of that, to be honest with you. I don't think Alpine's trading, is he? No, he's not. No, he hasn't traded this week. Bart handle. Yeah, he does. He just doesn't bother, does he? He just takes them. I know, yeah. I think he's been trading for about 10 years, Bart says. I'm sure he told me 10 years. So he's got about 5 years on me, for 5.5 years on me. But yeah, he just plays the game, doesn't he? He plays the numbers game. He does exactly what you need to do. See a trade, take it. He's also a really nice guy. I'm in a fear mode, I think, at the moment. I tend to be. I think it's just because I went up to 20 accounts again, and I had a couple of bad days, and I decided to go through each individual account and just try and get it back. Me smaller accounts, and I ended up losing a few accounts, and then a few more and a few more. So I'm still in that silly mode a little bit. Once I've got my accounts to a reasonable level, like now, they're between 3,000 and 4,000. I tend to be a little bit more really protective over them, which is encouraging. But while I'm getting my accounts up to that level, I seem to take riskier trades. So whatever new accounts I get from now on, I'm just locking them up and trading them exactly the same as all of them together. I think if you trade individually, certainly from my point of view, straight away I'm admitting to myself I'm taking a risky trade here because I don't want to trade them all. And it's just the wrong attitude I've got. So whatever new PA counts, I'm just going to trade them the same as the rest of them. My normal trading time. I am locked out at 6:30. And if I don't take a trade, I'll do a 1 tick micro just to count the day. At least that way, when you do it your 5 profitable days, at least then you are eligible for a payout. I mean, it's certainly looking with this channel down that it may be a couple of attempts to push higher with the intention then to push lower. Fear of losing out. No, fear of losing. I tend to get a bit of a fear of taking trades. And as soon as I'm in them, I want to kind of get out of them. I've done a bit of research about it, and it's quite common. I think everyone goes through that. No, not fear of losing out, fear of taking a trade. Yeah, I suppose that becomes a part and parcel of it. Fear of giving it back, fear of being wrong. I think what it is, Tony, because I've had, January, February, March and April payments, I'm trying to be overcautious with my accounts at the moment because I want to continue with the payments. So I think it's just part of that phase I'm going through where I'm scared to take trades. Sometimes I'll see a trade and I notice other people will take it and I won't. I'll kind of try and find an error within there somehow. And I think I'm just overanalyzing. I think that's what it is. See on that chat, see there, we've had 2 legs up. That looks like a type of trade that'll work. But I don't want to take it because it is a little bit congested and because we've bounced off the bottom. But it is 2 legs up and we are struggling at the midline. So that looks like the type of trade that would work. So let's see if I did take it, would it work? There's going to be stops there. I would need 3.25 points to give me my profit, but we do seem to be struggling at the midline there, but it's a bit congested. Didn't trigger anyway. But we've bounced off the bottom, so I wouldn't want to go short there. So, I kind of, I think I do overanalyze stuff a little bit. Those are Mark Douglas, 4 Fears, Trade in the Zone. Yeah, I need to read that book again. I've got it on hardback book and I've got it on... Yeah, I try and sit in front of here and say to myself, if I see a trade, I just take it. I leave it for me 3 points and I don't mess around with it. Now, what I haven't done, which is good, and I haven't done this for about 3 or 4 weeks now, you haven't seen me move my stop. So that's one thing I was doing. I had a message from a guy, I can't remember his name, was it Keith or Richard? He never got back to me. And he said, I've seen you moving your stop all the time. So I decided there and then that's something I'm stopping, and I haven't touched my stop now for about a month. So I'm really pleased about that. Because it was ridiculous. I was looking at some of my trades and I had a 10-point risk. Initially a 4-point risk, then ended up moving it to 6 ticks and moving it. It's ridiculous. So I've stopped that, which is good news because that was a real problem I had. I really struggle with that, but I'm not really bothered about that now. I put my stop in and I don't touch my stop unless I'm bringing it forward to profit, but I don't move it away anymore. You need to look at price action. So that well, to be fair, mate, I used to have a bit of paper that used to say, if I'm taking a trade, look left. So if I'm taking a short, look left to see that I'm going into that's what I mean. That's why I wouldn't take that trade. But the context is it's a couple of legs up. Sorry, the setup is it's 2 legs up. We're struggling to get above the EMA, but the context is telling us we've got that much support here. I don't want to be going short into it. So yeah, I do. I had a laminated sheet of paper stuck on my last monitor before I got rid of them, saying take a trade, look left, just to check I wasn't going into short. So I'm all right with that. but I have stopped moving my stop, which is good news, because that was a really bad habit I had. It's horrible trading this today. It's been really naff. We've just been chopping backwards and forwards for 2 hours now, over 2 hours. Yeah, I need to go through Mark Douglas again. I don't think it, but yeah, I do have this this thing where I try and sit in front of the charts and think if it loses, it loses. Sit and wait for a trade and take it. If it loses, it loses. No point worrying about it. But it's easier said than done. So I'm hoping just with time and confidence and self-belief and making consistent money every month, it'll just start to fade away. You do talk to, that's the one thing I like about being a streamer. You do get to talk to a lot of people and you do get messages from a lot of people. And some nice ones as well, really supportive message. And a guy said, there was a guy, I had one a few weeks ago, he'd been trading for 25 years, lives in London, but he works from home, used to work for a bank. He works from home. And he gave me some really nice comments. You know, all good, positive stuff. You know, like the patience I've got to sit here and wait for trades. And if you see something you're not happy with, you leave it. And he gave me a bits of advice on, you know, it does come more in time. This thing, you get good in 4 years, you get better in 6 years, you get better in 8 years. And when you start to make consistent money, your self-belief starts to come up. And it's a slow grind, but it's a grind that just generally gets easier and easier. And that's the thing, if you read Mark Douglas's book, he said, when you can do it, trading all of a sudden becomes easy when you're not worried about losing money and you've got that self-belief. But I'm not there yet. But I do know a good setup when I see one. But unfortunately, we don't seem to see a lot. And in all fairness, when the market's chopping around like this, the best thing to do with this stuff is just to stay out of it. It's very easy to think we've come off the bottom. This looks like we're pushing up. But ideally, you know, what I'm doing is putting a trade right in the middle of this, which is a big no-no, really. So I think I just need to keep it in mind that, yeah, at the moment, there's just not a lot of setups. You've just got to sort of, when it's doing this, just leave the shit alone, stay out of it. Could you show an example of a good setup? You're asking me. An example of a good setup. That's a really good question. I'll tell you what, let me just have a look. I can't remember the last time I saw one, really, to be honest with you. Been grinding for 6 months and just hanging in, but today is horrible. It is. You know, you hear Mac talk about this, and what he'll say, or what he has said from time to time, is the smart traders are sitting back on their hands and letting this stuff. But it is hard to trade this. Now, if you're scalping a point or small amounts, there are entries, if you're experienced, you know, that you can get into. But when it is doing that, it is so hard. Let me just have a look. See if I can find a good setup. Let's have a flip back on some of see, there's more advanced setups which are a bit trickier. I don't think the higher low you took was, the first one wasn't. I think the second one was okay. If you look, we're bouncing up here multiple times, and that there broke below the liquidity here. And we've had 2 legs down, and we've had 1, 2, 3 bounces, a push up and a higher low. I think that was okay. We got shorts here and shorts here, and we have come off right off the bottom. So I think that was okay. We got a channel down with a break, 1, 2 pushes to a new low, 2 legs down to a new low, and we have bounced here multiple times. There is a lot of resistance there. So there's probably going to be shorts in a triple test there. So when it broke above there and broke above there, we had a bit of a push. Now, how much of it helped because of the news, I don't know. But I think that higher low is okay. It is off support. We're clearly going sideways at the bottom. Could argue it was a higher low confirming a triple test. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. And it was a higher low. The other one I took was shit. It was too high, to be honest with you, and it was congested. That was the bad one I took. That one, really, it's just a bit congested. But this one, move up, and you're trapping a short there, and you're going to have shorts there as well with a channel with a break. So once it gets above them, I think it hit 2 points there, and I was in and out of that in a second. But that was poor, that one was. I had that a little bit higher. I had that like that. But to be honest with you, now I can see it clearly. It is off support, but it is congested. And a lot of the times, I consider that a weak position. A lot of times, market will come down, clear out these weak positions, and then move off. So I think that one was okay. That one wasn't. Fortunately, you know, I was okay with that one, and it happened. But to be honest with you, when it is like this, it is hard. It's hard going. This is where experience comes in. Now, I've been trading 4.5 years, so I am definitely not an experienced trader. I am what I would consider intermediate. So I've been through all the basics. I've sort of earned me stripes, and now kind of the hard work, and you know, I would consider myself sort of kind of like a junior doctor. I've been to university, I've done all the right things, and now comes the experience where you get on the ward and really learn your craft. So that's where I kind of consider mine. So, you know, patience sometimes, that one of those things, it may have worked. We had a channel, a break, new low, but now I can see it. It's an inexperienced trade, because you can see it only took me out for a few ticks and then up it went. But overworked and underpaid, yeah. But you know, you can earn significant amounts of money in trading, and any job where you can earn that sort of money is never going to be easy. Otherwise, every man and his dog will be doing it. But yeah, I consider myself compared to a medical professional. I've just come out of medical school and I'm on the ward, and I'm really learning about what being a doctor is all around. Obviously, a trader. You know, you can't sit here day after day for 3.5 hours every single day and not improve with time. You get used to knowing the little areas to stay out, and the little, you know, the market's got its little quirks, isn't it? You're not always going to get it right. Sometimes it'll throw you a curveball, but, you know, I don't blow accounts now from losing trades. The only time I blow accounts now is when I take stupid risks on newer accounts. So I know enough now to be able to earn money out of trading. But I still have those little kind of quirky trades where I tend to slip up a little bit. But someone said, show me a good trade. I'm trying to think where I saw a real sort of classic simple. Yeah, I mean, reference really clean second entries. You don't see a great deal of them. I think a lot of the trades now are way more advanced. How long have I been trading for? 4.5 years. 4.5 years this month, and I've been doing PATs for 4 years. But it was 4 years when I started to make consistent money from a complete beginner. And that seems to be, you know, I was speaking to, is it Cami Capital? He's a nice guy. He said it took him 4 years to start making this. Someone else I was talking to as well that said it took him about 4 years. And they did a poll on Mac's Facebook group maybe 12 months ago where they were asking people how long did it take you to become consistent. And I think about 60% of the answers were between 4 and 6 years. Now, obviously, it depends on you, depends how many hours you put in. Some people may just be really good at, you know, most of us have got talent in some form, haven't we? So, you know, some people are going to pick it up quicker than others. I'm not one of them. I think I'm probably average, I think. But there is a big failure rate in trading, but don't let that put you off. I think they say about 95% of people who take up trading never make money. Well, that's not because they're not capable, that's because they give up. And when you've been doing it a while and you've been beaten around the bush, you've had your teeth kicked in a dozen times, you've lost a load of money, you've bawled your eyes out in front of your wife, you'll realise why a lot of people give up. But I don't like to lose. Well, I say I don't like to lose. I don't mean that in a way which is why I can't accept. I like a challenge. I don't like someone to say I can't do something. If you tell me you can't do something, I'll move hell and high water to get there, whatever it takes. I don't get that confused with why I can't accept losses. I can't accept losses because I just hate losing. I hate losing money. I have roughly 3.5 years ahead of me. Yeah. But it is a long journey, and it's a hard journey because it costs you money to learn to trade. Having said that, if anybody's ever been to university in the UK, you'll be paying about £10,000 per year minimum. So if you've done a 3 to 5 year degree course at university, could have cost you £50,000, maybe and more, and that doesn't include any types of accommodation you may have to fork out for, any type of books or materials. You've been in sick. Oh, gotcha. So really, the money it costs you to learn to trade, all you're doing really is paying for an education. So somebody mentioned to me that I got a message from a guy maybe a year and a half ago that someone asked me how much I'd put into it, and I said, about 15,000 at the time, 20,000, something like that. And I was like, he said, well, think about it like this: if you'd have done a degree course, you'd have paid for. And a lot of young students come out of university with £50,000 worth of debt. That's about $65,000 worth of debt. So really, you are paying for an education. So I wouldn't look at it as losing money. I'd look upon it as paying for an education. I've been training for 10 years, still not consistent, but been doing it full time in the last year and a half. Yeah, it's weird. I've had lots of people saying, I've been doing this, struggling for 8 years and 9 years. And then when you start talking to them, a lot of them, I tried this ICT and I did that for 6 months. And then I started talking to another guy and he trades this way and I did that. So I'm not saying, Little Hammer, you've gone from strategy to strategy, but a lot of people do. And with sticking at Pats for 4 years, what I've come to conclude is it's not the strategy that takes the time to learn, it's applying it to the correct context of the market, or as Max says, learning to read the charts. That's what takes the time. You can teach someone what a second entry long is and where to take them, in 5 minutes, but it's applying it to the correct context. You've got to look what the market's doing, what the market's telling you, and am I going in? When you're trading this, it's so hard. So all strategies, there's not such thing as a magic strategy that you can learn in 5 minutes from a complete beginner and go out and earn a ton of money. You get chopped to pieces. The only way to do it is to sit here day after day, with a strategy and practice and practice and practice and, you know, take the trades and take the trades. And every time you lose, you know, you learn something. And next time you're in that situation, something doesn't feel right. So you leave it. And it would have gone against you. So, you know, it is a real skill. We've heard Max say a million times, this is a real skill that takes you years to get good at. You know, like being a lawyer or being a doctor. And those are Max words. You know, I thought when I hear him first say being a doctor, I'm thinking it can't be as hard as being a doctor, surely not. But when you've been doing it a few years and you realise the market can really humble you, it is surprising, you know, how long it takes. Karina, you said something. The other thing about college lads is you got a degree and start to work trading. Not but the thing is, if you're at a university and you're at university for say 5 years, technically you're not really earning any money. You know, and I've got family members who are still paying off debts. So at least kind of with trading, you know, you can make bits of money and blah, blah, blah. You know, any type of education, really, when you kind of leave college and school, you're more or less going to be paying for. Obviously, depends where you are. If you're lucky enough to live in Wales or Scotland, I believe you don't pay for degree education because humans not. Absolutely. Absolutely. So if you're struggling and you've been doing it a year or two and you're struggling, you're thinking of giving up. And, you know, someone says, 95%, and you get that in your head, if 95% fail, what hope have I got? It's not because then they're not capable. It's because they have a taste of it and realise it's a lot harder and they give up. And it's the people who just like the challenge and want to get good at it and don't like to get beaten and really, you know, want to make a success of it. The people keep coming back and very, very slowly get better at it and get better at it. You know, I've said this quite a few times. We focus so much on the negative side of trading, how it makes you feel and how much money you lose. What you're forgetting is all the times you're losing that money and you're getting bashed on the knuckles day after day, your skill level is growing. So you get that kind of seesaw effect where your emotions are up here when you start trading and your skill level's down here. And over time, you start to tip the balance where your skill gets better and better. You get used to the emotions, and sooner or later, you hit that point where you start to make money. It doesn't happen overnight, and it's no, as soon as you tip, you're going to make a fortune. You're still going to have bad days, and you're still going to have losing trades, and you're still going to have impulsive trades. But generally, if you don't go on tilt, you'll start making money. And that's kind of where I am. I don't generally go on tilt anymore. Now, you may see me earlier take a stupid trade on an evaluation. That to me is not on tilt. Tilt to me is when I panic. I didn't panic there. It's an evaluation that don't worry me in the slightest. I don't have emotions with evaluations. But my accounts that are between $3,000 and $4,000, I'm very careful about trading those because it's taken, you know, a fair amount of time to get them. So, you know, I'm taking care of the important ones and the risks I do take with the evaluations. As long as it stays that way, I can live with that. You don't get the point because it's the uncertain environment. You can spend money like that. It's crazy. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, you can spend a lot of money. You have got to be very careful. And I will say to any new traders now, when you do start going down the road of getting evaluations with a prop firm, whatever you do, only ever get one at a time. All you want to do is get a taste of what it feels like to have some sort of skin in the game, for want of a better word. You know, and I know sometimes, you know, some of these YouTubers or some of these Facebook groups are constantly... You know, some of the Facebook groups, every 15 minutes, they're putting adverts on their Apex, or this off, this off, this off. And they're kind of ramming it down your neck. You know, people will happily let you take evaluation after evaluation, but all you're going to do is throw away multiple amounts of money. One's only ever enough. All you ever need is one. When you can start to make money and you get to a PA account and you can make a bit of money, that's the time to start slowly adding. Appreciate your insights. Need to keep learning. Yeah, it does take time, but you can make that journey so much less painful by being very careful about how much you spend, because you can throw an absolute stinking ton of money at this. You can throw thousands at this, and I mean tens of thousands. When I first started to learn to trade, I learned to trade currency, or I started to learn to trade currency with a trader called Andrew Lockwood, who's been trading for over 30 years. Now, he traded in the London Stock Exchange during the 80s as a pit trader. He worked for Swiss Bank and a bunch of other different institutions. He worked at various places around the world. And in the early 2000s, he was working in Singapore, and he set up their computer system for him when everything went more computerized. And I think 2006 or 2007, I think he told me, he made the decision to trade from home. Is Trump still speaking, is he? And trade his own money. And he told me in the first 2 years he lost 150,000. And he was a seasoned trader, but trading from a computer is quite different than trading in the pits. So everyone has to go through that phase of not only learning to trade, learning to deal with the emotions. But it's not easy. Any trades today? Yeah, I took two. Well, I took a few bits on evaluations, but I took a loss first there, a high low off the bottom on this chart, the chart on the left, and I took a high low that trade there. So I'm down $20, I think, between $20 and $30 on my account. So neither in or there really. But it's not been the easiest of days today, to be honest. It's hard to trade all that stuff. You know, you're thinking after a couple of bounces, this thing's going to take off, and then it comes back. I think the only better trade I've seen today, it wasn't a fantastic trade, but we had that move down and two pushes up. I think that was okay, that. I took that. That was a possibility. We push up. We make two attempts to push lower. There's going to be shorts in there. We've had a break of this. We've made the new lows. We've had a retest of it. So that, for me, is quite likely going to push up. I can't remember why I didn't take it. Or what I was thinking at the time. I don't know. I think Dan looked at it but left it because it's congested. But to be honest with you, there's bound to be shorts in there, thinking this thing is going to come down. So when it gets to there and closes, I think there's a good chance it's going to work. But I think Dan took that trade. I didn't like it. I think that looked a bit congested. We've got a doji and it goes a little bit sideways there. So my concern was we get a second leg. So I left it. Or did he take that one? I can't remember. He took something off here. But it's been a difficult day today. It's getting the direction. That's the important bit. Trading in the right direction. If you get a setup and you're aiming in the right direction, chances are it's going to work. To fix and reopen Alcatraz jail. Did he really? That's a what's it at the moment, isn't it? Like a not resort. What's the word I'm looking for? It's like a museum type thing, isn't it? What's the word I'm looking for? Museum, that type of thing, isn't it? I thought it was funny when he wanted to take over Gaza. He does have some strange ideas, the boy, doesn't he? It's a museum, yeah. Alcatraz. Wasn't Capone in Alcatraz at one point, wasn't he? I think he was. I've never been to the US. I used to have an uncle that lived in San Francisco, but I didn't meet him till kind of later on in life. It was my dad's brother. My dad was killed when I was young, when I was 3 years old. He was in the army and he was killed in Northern Ireland. And his brother moved over to the US a long time ago. And he got in touch later in life. I'm going to put Latinos. I don't know. Crazy, isn't it? She wants to use them to jail people as well. I don't know. I don't know what the jails are like. Are the jails overcrowded in the US? I think they are in the UK. This to me looks like it's continuing down. We're struggling to get, now we know there's support there because it was resistance or support before. And it does look like it's struggling to get up there. We got a channel there with a break at a new high by a tick. Now, is there any type of something like that there, I wonder? Not sure about that. Maybe it is, maybe it ain't. Let's see if we can get a second entry short here somewhere or trap some longs on this high or low. Yeah, he's definitely a bit of a character, Trump, isn't he? This to me is looking a bit like a range day. We've gone up to the highs. It looks like a leg and a leg. This sort of looks like a correction. So I think there's a fair chance this thing does come down. He sends undocumented to Guantanamo, Cuba, US jail for terrorism. Yeah. Is Guantanamo still there, is it? I thought that was all got rid of now. I think that's, didn't it start from, I think it started from 9/11, didn't it, I think, initially? We are finding some support under here, which is encouraging. We have got a channel here with a break. We have made a new high there. So 1, 2, would you contribute? Think about a triple test here, possibly. How long have I got? I've got 22 minutes left. Yeah, Trump is tweeting, isn't he? Someone's posted it there. Trouble is, I've considered having this financial juice thing on my chart, but the trouble is, you don't know it happens until it happens, and it's kind of too late. Then it's not like you get a 5-minute warning. He's gonna tweet something. It just comes out, and boom, there it is. Market reacts. So I don't think it really helps me having this on my chart anyway. So, but isn't he? I think he's meeting with Mark Carney at the moment, isn't he? So, or he's had a meeting with Mark Carney, talking about tariffs with Canada. I think he's a decent bloke there for Canada. I think he was I think he was our governor, Bank of England, for a period of time. Just kind of looking for a bearish bar here to drop. Now, whether that is a channel or not, I don't know. I don't think it really mattered too much. If it is a channel, then with a break and a new low, two attempts to push higher and to close below here. I think that would still interest me. Yeah, I wanted a decent bearish bar, really. It's FOMC, isn't it, tomorrow? I think. Can drink and chat on stream, absolutely. In fact, I'm out of whiskey at the moment. It's not often I don't have a bottle somewhere in the house. I might have to go shopping. Oh, crap. Excuse me, just 1 second. Sorry about that. I put dinner in the oven an hour ago. I forgot about it. Make some evals. Yeah, I'm going to pick some up later. I am, as they're 80% off. Couple. I'm not going to bother with the 150s at the moment. They're $59 anyway. Just the. Let's have a look. We'll get some now, actually. It's on for 2 weeks anyway. 2 weeks in a day, so that's all right. Later. How long I got left? 15 minutes. So there is a failure there, but I don't really want to go long there at the moment because there's support there. So it's just it's so unpredictable today, isn't it? There is a failure there, but we're not really trapping anything. You may put that there, really. Yeah, there's a possible lower high there, but I just don't like what this is doing at the moment. So, I got no idea what's going on. Yeah, odd looking day today, isn't it? AI is a future, yeah, it is. It's our trading day today. It's just it's quite random, isn't it? Unfortunately, there's not much you can do when it's like this. You've just got to sit tight. But it's like this when you can get into some odd trades and get yourself into a spot of bother. It's just, yeah, it's just picking and choosing, isn't it? It's quite random today. See, I thought testing the underside of this for maybe some continuation. It does look like a range there. If you look at the tops there, and here we kind of pushed up, we turned right at the top. So a leg down with a correction. So my thought process, it was likely to continue down. And I thought it's going to meet some resistance here. So this is probably where channel up with a break to push it to a new high and then down. But it's not looking like it. Unless we have some kind of a channel down and that moves down. Maybe it's a spike in a channel. It's just too early to really come to that conclusion, really, isn't it? Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll leave it, see what happens. Sort of podcast, this guy, 30 years old, worked for US State Department. He wants to make a Skynet for military. Okay, I think I'm done for today, folks. I can only trade for another 10 more minutes anyway. I can't see us getting us set up in 10 minutes. It's not an easy day today, so I lost a trade and won a trade. So I'm all in all between 20.46 and 32.96 down. So $25 on average per account down. So I can live with that. It's down as a trading day anyway. So I just need one profitable day. And I can withdraw some more. So I did get $900 earlier just from one account. So so if we say $25 down, so 1, 2, 1. Oh yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I just need one profitable trade and I'm sorted. As long as it's over $50, so I go for 3 points, so it should be. Okay, folks, if you count on trading, good luck. Not an easy day today, quite slow. Just, I don't know, it had no real kind of momentum. We just struggled to go anywhere then, and it shot up and then shot down, and then it started chopping again, and then it's down and it's chopping again. It's a really, I find these days just boring and frustrating. I'd rather the thing work quick. But it's part of trading. You really can't do much about it. You just got to be there when the trades come out. If you do see one, the trouble is the more we go without seeing a trade, the more sometimes when you see one, you question yourself, am I seeing what I'm seeing? And before you know it, it's gone. So you kind of have to be ready to pounce. Yeah, but it's this pushing down now. It's kind of, yeah, it looks like it. Just couldn't seem to get anywhere. Now all of a sudden it's dropping. See if we can get a lower high or something. Okay, I'm done for today anyway. I've had enough anyway. So best of luck to you if you count on trading. Failing that, I'll be back tomorrow. Have a great evening. Stay safe. And we'll do it all again tomorrow. Bye for now.